We'd go in, we'd sit down, they pray in Latin that I know none of us, I think, understood, especially the kids. My name is Roberto Robreño. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Because of the political situation in Puerto Rico, which is where my parents are from, they moved here around 1947, right after World War II. I knew definitely there was a God because my mom always, in the morning, first thing she did was pray. So that was my example. We were supposed to be Catholics, but we'd go in, we'd sit down, they pray in Latin that I know none of us, I think, understood, especially the kids. When I saw my parents weren't going, or my sisters weren't going to church, I decided, well, I don't have to go. I would just go, say, for Christmas Eve, Easter, but other than that, I did not attend Mass at all. Well, it just didn't make sense. I mean, I would hear that we have God, and then there's His Son, Jesus, and then there's the Holy Spirit. And all of a sudden, for however it happened, they were one. And it didn't make sense to me, even as a child, that, no, there's only one God. You keep telling us there's one God.
Did you find any need to try other churches at all?
Sister Doris, who was a member, her mom owned the building in which my mother was renting an apartment from. So I've seen her and her family for years. It seemed that every Sunday and then midweek, they were always running to attend church. Where are you guys going was my question, or coming from. And, oh, we just came from church, or we're going to church. At the time, I just knew that they went to church a lot. But that was my first inkling of the existence of the Iglesia de Cristo. I felt like one Saturday morning, sunny day, I'm walking out of my apartment, but I felt like I had to go to church. And I told Sister Doris that feeling that came over me, and she immediately said, oh, why don't you come to my church and attend my church, Iglesia de Cristo. And I looked at her like, I don't think so, because in my mind, you go to church, my Catholic church is right 2 or 3 blocks away from me. And I came back after, I was like, oh, this is not for me, what's going on? I felt something. So I went back to Sister Doris and I told her, and then she finally said, well, why don't you just go with me and my mom to a worship service at the Iglesia de Cristo? I think you'll enjoy it more than what you're experiencing right now. To tell you the truth, when I was attending the Bible studies of the Iglesia de Cristo, I was just in there in awe, taking everything in, all the information, the verses. I didn't know them by chapter and verse, but the concept were with me. And I went in wholeheartedly. I was so happy, and not just because somebody, well, I think this, no. This is what's in the Bible. This is what we go by, and that's it. That's our foundation. And so I went in and I believed everything. Where the church began, when they read those verses, the Philippines that's it. There's no other place. And what I knew about history, especially with respect to Christianity, I mean, the Philippines, pretty much the only country that were Christians, whereas other religions had different beliefs, totally way different than the Church of Christ. When I heard the lesson of Brother Felix Manalo as being the messenger in these last days, it made sense to me because the doctrines that were told to me, as well as the history that I had studied, it all made sense. The timing, the place, all of it fell into place for me. Well, as a young adult, and even into adulthood, I was not living a righteous life. And being a member and seeing the examples that were before me, I automatically went into the mode of not doing these things, renewing my life. And again, it's a complete 180 switch and turnaround as to who I am now. I've seen some stuff that, I wouldn't want to tell the young people because it would scare them, to tell you the truth. What I experienced in life as a young person, it was crazy. It was wild, like the world is now. And I would like very much to do what I can in my capacity as a member and as an elder to help them to overcome these things, because it's rough. It's rough. It's not easy for our kids. There's so much temptation out there. And I went through it. I got through it barely. And here I am now, so many years later, trying to speak to the young people. So we wanted to build our first home. It was just that we wanted to give something back. And my wife, she actually was a Division I college basketball player. We were thinking about the young people. Do they go to play volleyball, basketball, practice, or whatever? And so when we had the opportunity to implement that in our home, we did. And included in that was a space for a gym for basketball. Wanted to do something so that we can offer, not just the young people, but even the adults. We have a great time when we get together and laughing. Nobody gets upset if they lose or whatever. It's always a fun time. So that's a blessing from God. The love of the brotherhood is so special and so needed. That love for the brotherhood is so important. For example, what I do on Sundays in the morning, if I'm in the foyer, I'll stand by the door. I'll open the door for brethren, and brethren that before didn't know me, they have a smile on their face. I give them a smile back. It's meant. You can feel it. You can see it in people's eyes. And that's a great way to start the morning. It's such a wonderful feeling to be a part of the growth of the Iglesia ni Cristo, of which since 1992 I've been participating and with my wife and trying to do our very best to do so in a way that we will make God happy. And by being a good officer and kind and caring for the brethren, to see what we've been able to do to help because of God's blessings. You make God happy, He's going to make you happy.
You're now 32 years in the church, Brother Bob. What has made you stay in the church?
What has made me stay in the church for these years is one that I know there's a God, and I know what He's doing in my life. I know that yes, I have illnesses, I have physical conditions, but it doesn't stop me. And I know that this is part of my gaining my way to be with God and His soul. If not for God and being a member of this church, the Iglesia ni Cristo, I wouldn't be here. I most certainly would have been dead or in jail. And again, trying to be a good person and not a violent person, all those things that were around me, my environment, could have easily just taken me away. What brings me peace is to know that I am living a life that God is pleased with, that He is happy. I get and receive so much joy from pleasing God.